let's pray to the eyeshadow gods. Please let this look come out right. Please let me not mess up this tutorial because I ain't filming this over. Thank you. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina. If you are new here, I also go by Princess K. I am back with another video for you guys, sort of like a review tutorial type of video. I received a couple packages the other day that I just wanted to do in one video instead of doing separate videos on each product. I just wanted to do them all in one. So I'm going to be creating this look for you guys with those exact products and kind of giving my thoughts and opinions as the video goes on. But if you want to see how I achieved this look, then go ahead and keep watching. But before you continue this video, go ahead and pause it and hit that subscribe button down there, and also hit that bell button, and just come be a part of my family. Let's just grow together and review products and do tutorials and have fun. But yeah, if you want to see how I achieve this look and see what products I will be talking about, then keep on watching. So the first package I want to talk about is the Huda Beauty Remastered Rose Gold Palette. And I received this in the mail and I literally have not opened it. I wanted to wait until I was doing this video to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and open it for you guys and just go through the whole like unboxing type of thing on camera. So what we have here are the iconic eyes, and it has a peel off strip. That's, what does that say? What you thought was love was barely a crush. Okay. So you just have to peel this all the way around. This part slides off. Unveil the magic. So you guys know I am all about packaging, so of course I'm obsessed. That's one thing I will say, is that she really does put a lot of work into her packaging. So and you know, she's always the main person on her own campaign. I love it. You gotta be in love with yourself, promote yourself. So it says that the Rose Gold Palette Remastered, 18 luxurious talc free eyeshadows with smoother textures, more intensely pigmented shadows. It's redesigned shades, creating a softer color harmony. The most intense metal fondants for your lids. Newly formulated metallic shadows are blinding, which make it an Instagrammer's dream come true. And then it just has some swatches on the arms of different skin tones. Let's just bust this baby open. That is what it looks like. Now, I did not have the first palette, so I really can't make a comparison to the original Rose Gold palette, but that's okay because I do have it's like the Sunset Dusk Rusk palette. No shade or anything. I don't know how to say it. I didn't really use it. I still have it. It's kind of just sitting there in the packaging, and I will let you guys know why in a second. So this is what the palette looks like. You have 18 shadows, 8 buttery mattes, 8 melted metals, 1 dry and wet jet black, and 1 highlighting pressed pearl. Now, I have sort of kind of like mixed feelings about Huda Beauty because, for one, I'm not that much of a fan of her products. I am on her PR list and she does send me products. I don't really feature them on my channel. I tried to do the desert one, I don't know the name, but I tried to do that one and it was a complete disaster, and this was a while back when it first came out, so I did not post the video. It's literally sitting on my computer unedited still. And the other half of me has mixed feelings because she doesn't really feature women of color on her Instagram page. Now, I feel like, I don't know, I just have mixed feelings. I feel like I went to go look the other day to see if she did have women of color on her Instagram, and of course she did, but I feel like that's only because people, for one, have been complaining, and two, she has a new product coming out. So I don't know how to feel, but to feature something that I've never featured on my channel and to give it a second try, I'm gonna go ahead and try this baby out and just give my thoughts and opinions. So first I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids with the Morphe concealer. Don't forget that you can use code PRINCESS for money off your purchase at Morphe. I might as well just do everything on camera. And to blend that out, I'm using an e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush. Looking at the palette, I'm trying to figure out what look I want to do. Okay, I'm not gonna make any judgments based off anything, so I'm just gonna go right into this palette. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna jump into either henna or sandalwood. I'm gonna do swatches as I go along and kind of show you guys, because I don't want to spend too much time on one product. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do henna or sandalwood. In the palette, they don't look too pigmented, like they're gonna show up that well on my skin tone. So I'm gonna jump right into henna, and I'm gonna be using a Morphe M505 brush. It's okay, they're supposed to be super pigmented. That's not really... They're pigmented, but it's nothing like where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so pigmented, and you know, it's kind of just like, okay. So the next color I want to go into is Man Eater. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go into Man Eater, and I'm gonna be using a Morphe M519 brush, and I really want to do a dramatic look, so let's go for it. Okay, I feel like this one might be pigmented. There's a lot of, like, you barely touch it, and so if you barely touch it, a lot comes off. So be careful if you do get this palette, because that's probably going to be some fallout. So okay, that color was pigmented. I am loving that there is no fallout. I'm not having to worry about the under eye situation. So, okay, Huda. I so naturally just want to say Huda Beauty because that's what I read, but it's Huda Beauty. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I'm deciding if I'm going to go into this black shade called Black Truffle, or if I'm going to go into this brown shade called Cocoa. Now, you guys know how I feel about brown shades in palettes. It has to be the right tone for me to use this, or it's either going to turn into a muddy mess, or it's not going to show up at all. So I'm actually going to swatch it on the back of my hand to see what she is working with. So this is the brown shade. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. That has way too much of a pink undertone to do anything. It literally, like, that's not gonna do anything. Okay, so I'm gonna go into that black color. I'm gonna try out the black color, and yeah, so I'm gonna go into Black Truffle. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into it. Dang, these colors and shadows have so much kickback. Like, I'm barely touching this black color, and it is kicking back. Actually, I feel like I should use a more precise brush for this, so I'm gonna go into another Morphe M507 brush, just because I don't want to mess this up. So I'm gonna do kind of like a halo. A little tip when you are working with like really pigmented colors, or yeah, just really pigmented colors, it is really good when you're blending out to hold your brush in the further end of the brush, because it just gives you a little bit more room, and you can be light-handed and more flexible with it instead of holding it right here, because you're gonna put way too much pressure and make it way too intense when you first go in with that color. So now to do this like cut crease halo eye, I'm going to be using the Morphe concealer again, and this is going to be in the color Nude. I'm gonna cut my crease first and then I'll go into the shadows and swatch and do all that good stuff. So now for the fun part, we are gonna do some swatches to figure out what colors I wanna pop into this crease right here. So let's do this. I like doing swatches on my channel. I think it's really fun to like showcase things on my skin tone. I'm gonna swatch #blessed, moon dust, and bubbly. Those are these 3 colors right here. So those are the swatches. It's #blessed, moon dust, and bubbly. I mean, when I swatch them right now, they swatched pretty good. I'm gonna swatch the whole entire top row on my hand right now to show you guys. So these are all of these shades. So I'm gonna go down the list. So that is 24 karat, pink diamond, rose gold, trust fun, fling, and then Dubai. Don't make fun of my hands because they ashy. But those are the shimmer colors in the palette. Based on these swatches and swatching them on my hand, I will say that these are really good metal colors. They're so nice. I'm definitely gonna use the pink diamond color, which is the second color right here. I'm gonna focus rose gold on the outer corners of that cut crease. The rose gold isn't picking up on my brush. Like, I'm gonna show you guys. Like, I'm trying to go into it. Barely anything comes out on the brush. Here's what the eye is looking like. So now the next color I'm going to jump into is this risque color. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm going to jump into this color right here. And again, I'm going to be using a Morphe 506 brush. I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent with my brushes, so I'm not like jumping around from different brands and like, you know, like you can just go to one place to get all the brushes that I'm talking about if you want to, instead of, you know, going to here, 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 here. So I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent. So using the Morphe M506 brush, I'm going to take that on the corners just to blend a little bit more so it's not just such a harsh line going down my eye. So I went ahead and did my liner and lashes off camera because I just want to focus on the products that I'm showing today. So to finish the eye look off really quick, I'm going to be taking Risque again on the entire bottom lash line, and then on the outer corner, I'm going to be taking this black truffle color. So we are done with the eyes, and now we are going to move on to the face. So this next package that I received, this packaging is bomb. The creativity behind their projects and just how much dedication that goes into them is beyond amazing and astounding, and totally I just like love them. So if you follow me on Instagram, you saw my IG story that I did kind of like an unboxing and swatches, and it was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dream palette. You can't really see it, but this packaging is glittery and beautiful. Here is what you have in the packaging, the beautiful like iridescent dual chrome packaging for the Dream highlighter palette, and they gave you the iconic highlighting brush, which is the A23 brush. I love this brush. I usually always use it for my highlighter. So here is what the palette looks like. I was reading up on Twitter, and Nervina said that the palette is similar to the Nicole Guerrero palette that came out last year, I want to say. So it looks like it is going to be glittery, but there are no glitters in it. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of them off camera and then show you guys. So here is what the swatches look like. There are no glitters in this glow palette, so I'm gonna go down the list. So this is Dream, Unicorn, Magic, Erythral, I don't know how to say that word, Sunshine, and Regal. So that is what they look like. I'm gonna go into this color Unicorn. And I know everyone's probably thinking like, oh my gosh, another colorful unicorn palette, but it's a really good palette, so. Yes, this is like the perfect shade. And I'm only gonna focus that like right there, so it's not like too dramatic, too much. So on my inner tear duct, I'm gonna take Ethereal, which is this shade right here. That is a better view of what the palette looks like. So I'm gonna be taking Ethereal right here. So the last and final item that I received was another package from the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills new matte lipsticks. So that is what you have. And there are 6 shades. These are the new nude ones. So I'm gonna open a couple of them and show you. So these are what the colors look like. They are very nude colors. I have swatches on my hands and I'm gonna show you guys right now, but these are what the new lipsticks look like. This is what they look like on my arm. Going down this way, you have Sweet Pea, you have Sidonia, you have Nude, you have Hollywood, you have Petal, and then the last one at the bottom down here is Soft Touch. So the color I want to go with is Sweet Pea right here, which is a more pink toned color. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. So for the color Sweet Pea, I'm going to use the Morphe lip liner in the color Heckled. So this is the final look for the tutorial that I just did using those products. So now I'm just gonna jump into, you know, kind of like my thoughts and my final like review of the items. So I'm gonna start off with the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. So overall, I think it is a good palette. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's, you know, the best palette in the whole entire world or anything. But I do think that she did a good job by listening to the complaints about her previous palettes, because the Desert Dusk, the eyeshadows were really chalky, they weren't pigmented, they were just really difficult to work with, especially on my skin tone. So I really wasn't a fan of it. Moving forward to this palette though, I think that she did do a good job with the eyeshadows and the pressed metals that she did. I think the eyeshadows were a lot more pigmented than the previous palette. Not super pigmented like she's saying, but they're pigmented enough to show up and get the job done. Another thing that I didn't like about the palette was that the kickback, but I know that they say like it's supposed to be super pigmented, then it's gonna have some kickback, and it's gonna have, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but not for every single shadow. The black had a lot of kickback, even the Man Eater had a lot of kickback. I'm not really a fan of that when I can see if I'm digging into my pan, but I was barely touching it and it was a lot of kickback. I do know that Huda Beauty's products are on the more pricier side. I don't know if I would go out and spend $50–$60 on this. Maybe if it was like $35–$40, but I'm not gonna go out and spend $60 on this palette. I don't think that it is worth it. The metals are incredibly nice, I will say that. Other than that rose gold that wasn't picking up, I do think that the metals are nice, but I think it's up to you guys on how much you want to spend. In my opinion, I'm not gonna go out and spend $50–$60 on palettes. It's just not my thing. So that is my final thoughts on the Huda Beauty palette. I wanted to focus more on this palette rather than the Anastasia Beverly Hills products. If it's one thing about Anastasia Beverly Hills, is that they're super inclusive in their shade range. She makes sure that she comes up with something for everybody. Like, and she's always posting people of color. She has makeup artists who are women of color, her models, everything. So she's very inclusive about how she presents her makeup and her brand, rather than Huda Beauty. I don't really think that she posts a lot unless something is out. So, you know, it's kind of like different how I feel about her products rather than Anastasia Beverly Hills. So those are my final thoughts on those products. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell button. Don't forget to check out one of my recent videos. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Trying to switch it up, do more things on my channel. So I hope to keep seeing you guys, and you guys keep subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.